Alright, boys, we are playing as Belgium. The Germans have invaded us. We might be a small country, but we absolutely are going to fight to the last man against these German invaders. And what we need to do is actually organize a defense against Fritz. They're going to attack from the north and from the west. We essentially know exactly what directions they're coming in, but as you can see, we don't really have much in the way of defenses, except for a tremendous amount of homes here. So let's try to grab some sandbags out of these crates, use the sandbags, and deploy them along the front, and go from there. Again, not going to be easy, but we're going to try to do our best. Wrong crate, that's a table. Let's get that unit off the table once the battle commences. But once we're actually out here, we can take a look at what's in these crates. I don't see any sandbags there. Let's go to the one behind. Once again, no sandbags. Is this commander mad? Well, we actually have machine guns. I see. So we've actually got some machine guns over here. I think that's actually a sandbag. Yep, shovel in a knapsack. That might still be useful. Let's take that. I'm also going to take over one of those machine guns. And we'll have that ready when Jerry arrives. In fact, I'm not going to put you guys through this entire defensive setup, as I think it would be pretty tedious, but we'll return once the battle begins, my friends. Alright, guys, we've done the very best we can with the defense. Not that many breastworks up, of course, but we need to defend the barracks at all costs from the Bosch invaders. So at this point, we're just going to do what we can. We'll get those machine guns out. An artillery strike came in and knocked out our field guns. And in fact, I'm not even sure if we have control of these field guns. There we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop the crew off, assuming there is any crew left alive. Let's try and drop them off in here. I don't think there are any left alive. Yeah, it's just going to be, of course, the sort of the drivers here, but they are going to attack no matter what. I want to see if we can get prepared in some of these homes, if it comes down to that. We also want to, of course, get that last machine gun up and out. So I'm going to set him sort of looking this way down the road, but we already have some Germans approaching there from the north. Let's go ahead and get set up. We can still set up some more sandbags as the battle goes on, but I think the best thing to do is use what we've got here. What we've got isn't much, but look at that, a machine gun, just kind of sitting out in the middle of nowhere. We'll absolutely take that. Anytime now, boys. Anytime. There we go. Kill them all. At this point, we'll go ahead and set our guys up here. We're also attacking the boys to the east. That's why we've also got machine guns facing that way. But of course, the more the merrier. So we're going to grab even more men, more Belgians, bring them to the front here. We're even using the wood for cover. I know, not the greatest cover in the world, but it is something. Vive Belgique! Alright, beautiful. Wiping them out as they come up each side of the road. Now, let's see what we can do here. We'll actually grab this unit. I am going to go ahead, grab some more sandbags. And I'll show you guys kind of how to plant sandbags in this game. It's a little tedious. But maybe I could take two. Oh, yes. So what we're going to do is select the Use Item button. We're going to just set breastworks. So we'll put one right there. And this way we can actually put some infantry units over here behind the breastworks. We'll do the same. Oh, do you see how easy it is to mess that up? We're going to have to do that again. Assuming I can even find the unit who has the breastwork, and there's no way I can. So let me go back. Just going to grab a few so that one unit can be responsible for getting quite a few of these trenches up. Alright. Quite important for us to get these up as well, because you can see our machine gun units are taking quite a hit. In fact, I am going to detach with just a few of our infantrymen and try to set up a sort of secondary firing location. I think this should work okay. I'm not so sure, though. We'll take a look. Put a few of our boys over here as well. We could even lay them down behind this tree. Oh, one of our boys getting a bullet right there as he crossed the street, and another one of them getting hit. I think he could still survive, though. Alright, so he's building that sandbag, guys. we should probably try to get even more Belgians fighting for the very end here to try and pick up some more sandbags, although he can build quite a few. So let's actually go ahead, select this, select number 2 sandbag. Fortunately, you can't build sandbags on top of dead bodies, so we'll do something like this. Go on, son. No one said you could stop. Get that damn sandbag. Alright, let's get quite a few. We're going to extend this one through the front as well, just like we did on that east side. And at this point, look at all those dead Germans on the street, guys. This is truly bloody Belgium. So far, we've done a decent job here at holding the area. I wonder how long that's going to continue for. Now, once again, I'm extending that sandbag across the street. That should be a pretty nice setup. Of course, we can continue building as time permits, but right now, that's going to be it. And look at that. We absolutely want to get another machine gunner on that gun there. Looks like one of the guys has been taken off. And actually, I think we need to move this guy forward a bit. Maybe with our sandbag placement, that's not going to be so easy. We really can't move this guy. There we go. Finally gave us the prompt. How about just right up here? Oh my goodness, boys. I think we are stuck with this gun. We're going to have to just keep the gun here. Fair enough. It's still getting its job done, so I'm not complaining. And let's immediately set up our boys behind these new, fresh, new and improved sandbags here. Still dealing with Bosch coming in on every side, of course. And we've still got plenty of infantry. We're going to put most of these guys behind the first group of sandbags. Then I'm going to grab some more men, and we're going to try to get over here. If you see where all these barrels are, and maybe even make ourselves known by getting in these buildings. Really establish our presence here. Show them that this is Belgian territory. You know what? We can actually get on these guns. Shame on me. Let's get on the cannons. Got some massive cannons here. So I'm going to try and put one of them right about here. This might be a little too close to the front lines. We want to grab that second one as well, so I'm just going to detach him from the horse. I think I'm going to put him, like, right there. Alright, guys, let's also start getting into some of these buildings. I think if we're firing at the Bosch from the windows, they're not going to like that surprise. So any building we can actually get into and perform some shots, I think is a good idea. Look at that. Now they're targeting the building. Let's get some more men in there. Do not let them get into Belgian territory, brothers. For Belgium! If we want to, of course, we can try and get a second row of sandbags. Might not be a bad idea. Extending there in the front. Just pretty much increasing our range. And look at that. It looks like that cannon absolutely is working. It looks like this was also the first guy that we had sent out to put up those sandbags. What I'm going to do with this group of sandbags is put it like this. Alright. And this way, any enemies attacking over here will take some shots. But it looks like our cannon is performing beautifully. Let's bring up that second one. And this one, I think you can guess where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it right there, aiming at the Germans trying to get up the street. It looks like our buildings are doing an okay job. They're actually working out pretty well. But the men inside are getting hit, although, as you can see, causing a lot of damage back to the Bosch over here. Come on, brothers. I think I'll keep my gun, like, right there. Still be pretty well defended. And good work. We've already got one guy on the sandbags. We can, of course, get another. We've got a few machine gunners here that we don't want to lose sight of. But it looks like at this point, the Germans have decided to send everybody. They're not messing around anymore. No, that box is empty. I don't know what this man is thinking. I think he's sitting down like the other gentleman. So let's get him off this damn thing, dropping off crew of a box, and we'll also drop off the crew over here. Alright, let's not even worry about him right now. What is the gun doing over here? Let's grab the rest of the boys and just get to the front. Alright, nice. Look at that. Our sandbags are prepared. Going straight to them. As long as the machine gun keeps firing, I think we're holding this position. Shall not get into Belgium. Again, this gun should go right there. Gotta be careful, because as you can see, one of our gunners has been taken out. Might as well go ahead and send him a replacement. The same is true for our machine gun over here. Although, again, I don't think our machine gun gets a replacement. That prompt just doesn't appear. So we got a few more units here. Let's get them in the buildings. Look at that devastating artillery fire. And at that point, just destroying any chance they have of ever getting into that building. Also going to keep on sending men through to these actual buildings over here. Just stock them up with Belgian fighters. Fortunately, we have to go out onto the street to actually access this one. There we go. It looks like the Germans brought their field guns. So, of course, now we need to try and take out German artillery. Look at that. That's going to be pretty devastating to our front line. They just pretty much blew up the men we had on the front line. All right, we're going to do what we can. We can't take everybody. Oh, my goodness. We might have to take everybody. All right, here we go, guys. Forward! The fight is leaving the barracks, my friends. We have to take the fight out into the field. Start engaging Fritz from this distance. We've had plenty of experience in shooting at the approaching Germans, but of course we're going to have to get out there to those field guns, and that is in no way going to be easy. Try to send these guys forward. They've taken out all of our defensive weaponry here. I think the Germans intend to mop us up, guys. We'll get some of our guys behind this line of cover. At least we have some sandbags still left. And there we go. This is the group we're sending towards the guns. Let's hope they can make it. Getting shot at by all of the Bosch over here. So in the meantime, we're just going to have to send the rest of these boys forward. Anybody we can get, of course, that can deliver a shot with his rifle is going to be useful here. Get them, boys. Especially those guys at the front. Those are the real problem. Still sending quite a few of these men over there to try and get to the guns. And we don't have any grenades as far as I can tell, so we're going to actually have to get right up on top of them and fire into them. In fact, this fellow doesn't have a gun to speak of. Getting hit there with canister shot. Let's go, boys. Come on. Ignore the enemy and advance. This is our chance. Keep on pushing. Belgium shall not fall easily. I think we've already caused, like, dramatic casualties to the Germans. And that continues as they roll up this road. The battle is not over for Belgium. I don't think we're going to be getting any men through there. It's just not going to happen. We're going to have this guy join our merry band of brothers. But as you can see, they're starting to advance up the road now. This is where things get dangerous. And I'll have to keep some men returning fire over here from behind this wooden wall. But of course, they're going to be taking some nasty shots at themselves. And look at that. Even now, they're hitting our medical tents, etc. I think our guys just have to stay back here and defend. But they can't do that. They have a job, and that job is to try and take out the enemy artillery. So we are going to move forward. They're closing in, boys. But you've been brave to the very end. Belgium shall not forget you. I really want to see the casualty count here, too. Looking to see if any machine guns exist that we could take over, but none of them are here. They were just totally blown up by that artillery strike. Kind of use some things for cover, but nothing that's really going to help, let's be honest. What I will do, though, is immediately get these guys behind these sandbags. We've still got these sandbags that are helping, but with all of these guys coming up the road, they are going to become pretty useless here in a few seconds. Vive Belgique! Look at the damage we've caused the Germans, though. I think it's been absolutely worth it. I don't think they'll forget it anytime soon, and of course, we'll be back on the front lines, just without our capital city pretty soon, assisting our French allies. It's hard to call the French allies because, honestly, the Belgians and the French, at least during this time period, and maybe even today, do not get along at all. But better than the Germans. So keep on fighting. Our last commander there, Officer Fernand Foyer, will be remembered as a hero. He's holding off the final defense, of course, against the Boche. And we're still sending plenty of them to hell. But I think they're very close to taking this area here. So I didn't realize we have a machine gun up in that tower. I mean, at this distance, I don't know how much it's going to help, but an MG is an MG. Run, Cedric! Oh my goodness, already, even at that distance, they've got that artillery zeroed in on Cedric. He can still get up there. With that enemy already, it's going to be very difficult for us to do anything about it. Look at that. They're just now breaking past the house. It took them long enough. They've gotten into the buildings over here where our men held out for quite a while. They're all hidden here. If we could just throw a single nade. Unfortunately, we have no grenades to our name. So he is on that machine gun, but again, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference here. Although we do have a few men still alive. Let's see if we can't go for that artillery. Need to get behind the guns. Come on, boys. Alright. This is kind of what we're trying to do. Get that machine gunner really behind the guns. There we go. One group knocked out. We can even take over these guns. Oh! If they don't kill us first. Good work, son. Picked up his friend's machine gun. Alright, let's get on them. And we have neutralized German artillery. But I don't know if we can actually save the men still in town. It looks like we might be able to actually use this artillery against the Germans. Here we go. Definitely using the 75mm against them. Of course, that is really at the very end of the battle, being able to turn the guns on them. Good shooting, boys. Good shooting. I bet the Germans are wondering what the hell is going on. But I don't know how long we're going to be able to enjoy this. I wonder if you can take that machine gun out. too bad. Just a single soldier left there, guys, defending the sandbags. So we're doing everything we can here just to maximize damage on the Bosch. Try to fire into that grouping, but I think he's a little too far away. At this point, they're even sending their own soldiers to try and stop us. But look at that. The airburst rounds are still making a bit of a difference. Amazing. Even to the very end, our boys keep up the rounds. But look at our brave men that have fallen there. That's really the most important part of the battle. And oh my goodness, we actually completed the mission objective. Unbelievable, guys. We defended Liège just by a miracle. By taking the guns at the very last second, we did survive, I think, with 4 or 5 men. 93 men lost on our side. 838 men lost on the German side. Man, that's pretty awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe today. Thank you, folks.